Okay, hello everybody. I just bought myself off of Amazon a paintless dent repair kit for somewhere under $50. And I picked this one because this one included the slide hammer, which I think is the most important component out of all of them. It comes with your slide hammer, a glue gun, which is a pretty nice glue gun, good size, your glue sticks, a couple of suction dent pullers. You got the glue down dent pullers. You got one of this style that you put it on there and you turn the crank to pull it up. You got this style here, which you put it over top the glue down thing and you pull the trigger to pull the dent up. You got an assortment of the tabs that you glue down. This one here is nice. This is for larger dents. So you glue this side down to the vehicle and then you slide it onto here, and then you take your slide hammer and pull, and it's flexible so it can be bent to the shape, go to the shape of the dent, and as you're pulling it'll start pulling a wider and wider area. And there's two different sizes in there for that. You got a little bottle to put your alcohol spray into. You got to buy your own alcohol. You have some little scrapers for you to scrape the tabs off and excess and the glue if it's left over, and you spray the alcohol in there and then you scrape with this and it comes right off. You got a little punch down tool for when you have a raised section. That's what the hammer comes with for, is you can sit there and tap it. And they give you a whole bunch of children's gloves. That wasn't in the picture. Give you a carrying case for it to go into with a reflector, so if you are working on your vehicle on the side of the road on a busy highway, you're safe. And they give you a microfiber cloth. That too. Now, all your little tabs that you're going to hot glue down, I put some in here already. You got to soak them in alcohol. They say a few hours, and that's just to get the release agent, because when they mold these, they spray the molds with oil and then inject the plastic in so they'll pop right out. That oil will stop the hot glue from adhering, so don't forget that step. And everything you see here, with the exception of the slide hammer that looks like it's metal, is made of plastic. That's plastic. This is plastic. That's metal. That's plastic. Now let me show you on the vehicle where I'm going to be repairing. Okay, now here is where I got sideswiped last winter. Let me see if I can get a good view of this. The sun may work against us here. Could help, could work against. Called the insurance company. They wanted to total the vehicle over this light sheet metal damage. I said no way, so they gave me a few bucks to have a shop put some junkyard doors on here and just paint them. Problem I had with that is, unlike most Grand Caravans, this one is not a rotter. It's in excellent shape, hasn't rotted through, and it's 2005. So I really wanted to keep the old doors, and I'm hoping to make these dents. The ultimate goal is to make it look better, and if I can make it look great, that would be even better. And if I get looking good, then I'm going to use that money towards having the roof and the hood painted, because that's all sunburned and the clear coat went bad on me. So the game plan is this trim here. If it goes well, I'm going to pull that off. That's just like a double-sided tape. But first, I'm going to got to clean this area. I'll just use, I already washed the vehicle, but I'll clean this area with Windex, get it clean. And I'm going to start on this dent here. I saw one video. I've where they said you should go after the dent in reverse order that it was created, and I'm thinking that it went this way. So I'll work from the back to the front, and we'll see how that goes. All right, now if you've never done this before, we got something in common. I've never done it before either. So this might be a good video for you to watch. It'll be more reflective of what you're going to experience when you go to use it. The videos that I've watched are typically people who've done it for years and professionals, and they make it look easy. And I know that it's never quite that way. So follow along, and I'll show you my experience with it. All right, now I've watched a few videos on this, and definitely not nearly enough. But one thing I've seen them do is take a blowtorch and heat up the area before pulling the dent. I don't feel that confident to use a blowtorch, so I got a heat gun, and I'll just heat up the area. They go real fast over it with the blowtorch. This obviously won't be as hot, but hopefully it'll make a difference. Now, when using the slide hammer, don't try to pull out the dent in just one shot. You want to try to finesse it out and make sure that the glue is cooled off enough, otherwise you'll pull it right off. And if you notice, I put 2 on each side here because I didn't want to pull in the middle and have this stay dipped in and have it just start bumping out in the middle. Notice is the door is starting to not match up there. I didn't take notice before to see. Let's try a little bit on this one. All the parts on this thing really do need some thread lock, that is for sure. Now, I guess there's a reason for that. So take it apart. Oh, well, that was good. I like that. And one thing you want to avoid doing is trying to pull the dent out all in one shot and just yanking the paint right off the vehicle. Okay, I kind of like that. That's definitely an improvement. All right, I am going to stop the camera right now, and then I'm going to decide where to move from here. Now, in order to pull on the dent without pulling the door out, did it the old-fashioned way, put my foot up against there to support it and pulled here. And you'll notice that things keep wanting to pop back in. I'm sure it's going to keep doing that until I get up into that area. And up here, I start getting that pulled out. And one other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hammer and I'm going to tap along that lip that forms there, because as this dents in, it actually forms a ridge there, and hopefully by pushing that in, it will make this less likely to pop in. But I think it's really going to take me getting up into here to get that popped back out again. I don't know if this is in camera view or not. Up here there's a cross member frame inside there that hit against, so once I get this popped out, I'm probably going to have to take this tool and try to tap that ridge back in. I'm going to stop the camera again and then be with you in a minute. I'm going to try to pop that out, but I am going to support the door here. I don't know if I already mentioned, if you go for it to the point where you just pop this thing right off, good chance you're going to take your paint off too. So want to work it out. And let's see, is this glue dry enough? That one I put into a bad spot. Let's just try giving this a pull, see how we do. Okay, I'm going to see if I got that in frame. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I put these in a bad spot. I'm going to remove them and put them here and here. And try to pull out from that center there. A few more wax. That's a spot where it's resisting me right there, so I gotta get down into there. Let me cut off the camera. Let's say still pump it in and out there a little bit, not like it was. Definitely firmer down here now. Alright, and really the next step is probably going to have to be remove my plastic trim. Okay, now I'm reaching a point of diminishing returns over here. I put these two on here, pulled a little bit, didn't get a whole lot. Gotta be careful because I'm putting little, this is the roundest tip they give you. And I still wind up, like I said, put little divots in there. So probably I'm being too aggressive. Okay, so I'm thinking the idea is, because I've seen them do it, is by flattening that out, you're actually taking away the leverage that's holding this in. Can't tell if that's... So it is amazing how little force it takes, even with this wide tip, to put divots in there. So it doesn't really take much tapping. So I saw guys going like this on it, and it's like, wow, that little bit does that on there. Okay, let's see what happens here. I can see a difference there where I tapped. All right, let me try a slide hammer on that spot. See what it does. Sweet. Well, at least now, I'll let go. Pops back out on its own. That's a good sign. Put it down a bit. I can see the dent slowly working its way back out. I probably want to switch to a tab like that down in this spot here. Say once again, I am not a professional. Get that there. That's pretty good. Okay, pulling it out and hammering in on the ridge area seems to have made a big difference. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the camera now. I'm going to remove all these tabs and I'm going to see where we stand. Okay, for this little corner area down here, I'm going to give this tool a try here. I'm just going to sit here and work on it. Oops, came off. Dips in there a little bit, but overall definitely has helped. Okay, that's going to be the end of part one. And what I did was, over in there, after the battery died on the camera, I tried pulling that out a little bit, did a little bit up front also, and along that ridge there where the interior bracing is and it bulged out, I tried hammering that down, and what I wound up doing, and I'll get a close-up shot, but I'm going to stop the camera and then refocus and start again, is I was tapping it with just the hammer, and I wound up putting little dents in there, hardly noticeable, but also just above where the ridge was. I actually wound up dipping it in. When you're up close, it's kind of hard to follow. But if you look down the bottom, I'll do a comparison shot. That's definitely improved there, and up there is somewhat improved. We'll see when we do the comparison photos. Down here, there's still a lot of work to do. There's a lot of rippling down in there, and some of the stuff looks like it would have to be rubbed out from inside, and that's a whole different set of tools, and I don't even know if we could reach it because the brace runs right there. So right behind here, there's just a metal bar that goes across for you know, both safety and support. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch some more videos, and then we're going to move on to part 2 and see if we can do some improvement here. I'm running out of daylight also, and we'll attack this side door here. Well, if you like this video and you want to see the sequel, please like, share, and above all, subscribe. And hopefully I'll see you soon, and we'll see if we can get some more improvement going on these minivan doors. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.